we're going. BYD. It is 4:40 p.m. in the afternoon. They close at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go grab the Shark. I'm so excited. Everyone's been like wanting to, get hold of their Shark. There's massive delays at the ports because unfortunately all the workers are going on strike. Typical Aussies, no one wants to work. But anyway, the Chinese have sent the Sharks to the port. They're here, they're ready to go, but we can't take delivery of them. Anyway, so I was in at BYD today and I said, is it possible if I take one for an extended test drive? So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna have it till Monday around 9 a.m. Monday morning. So I'm gonna have it from Saturday now till Monday morning. I'm gonna take it for a drive. We'll see what we do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do tomorrow with it, but we'll take it for a drive, see how the car behaves over the next 48 hours. So get ready to watch not a crazy episode, just a chill, relaxed, just a quick test drive, probably the first BYD Shark for an extended period in Brisbane. So if you want one of these, come and test drive. They got two at the Fortitude Valley. They got a sexy black and a sexy white. I'm gonna be picking up the white, but if you wanna see both the colors, they got it there, as well as a BYD U8. That thing is epic. The U8 is such a sexy car. Like, oh my God, I sat in it for probably about an hour today, just doing some, playing around with all the menus and everything, tested the sound system. Sound system sounds awesome. The only thing I could say about it would be that typical BYD, it's not loud enough. They need to make their stereos go louder. So yes, they sound good, but they just max out. Like compared to my Tank 500, right? It probably gets to the equivalent of like, let's just say 50% of the Tank 500 volume, like literally in comparison. So BYD, if you're listening, please release a software update and let's crank that stereo and let's get it going. So let's go pick up the BYD Shark and let's go. All right, here it is, the BYD Shark. So I've got two keys. They gave me two keys, not one, but two. So let's see if it opens. Hopefully I got the right car. I haven't driven a white one yet. So I've got the white BYD Shark. That's what I'm picking up. So I reckon, to start off with, I need to black this front out. So as soon as I get it, we're gonna black that out. We're gonna strip the whole front actually. So this whole front's gonna get stripped off as soon as I get it. We're gonna 3D scan it. We're gonna start developing a bull bar for it. What else we're gonna do? We're gonna make rock sliders for it. We're gonna make underbody protection for it. I'm gonna put some wheels and tires straight away. We're gonna pull apart the suspension, go through all that, see if we can make any improvements on the suspension. Our roller shutters are on the way, so we've got the full electric roller shutters on the way. I'm gonna fit one of my tub racks to it. That's gonna look sick because they've got storage baskets in our new tub racks. We'll have to show you that. Let's start talking about what we're gonna make for the vehicle, including floor mats and everything else, blah, 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 tub liners, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, list goes on. So let's jump in the vehicle and let's get out of here. I know how to start this vehicle. You press start here. That's pretty cool, big red button. What mode are we in? We're in, let's have a look, see on here. So you press the button and you can change between EV and hybrid mode. So you can see the top right there changing, okay? So let's take off in hybrid EV and let's bang it into sport mode because that's my favorite mode. Let's get out of here. Let's see what this bad boy drives like in the rain, pouring Brisbane. So currently we've got 47% of charge and it's saying 504 kilometers of range. How nuts is this? So I've got one of the Oppo new Find X8 Pros. It's sitting there in the wireless charging pad and look what it's charging at. Literally 3 amp wireless charging. Oh my Lord, that's a game changer for me because running wireless Android Auto in your car, right? Now your iPhones are maxed out at like, I don't know, what are they, like 15 watt maximum charging capacity. We got this bad boy, the BYD China car and China phone. Look at that, mate. 50 watt wireless charging. That is so good. So it's pushing 3 amps wirelessly into my phone whilst using wireless Android Auto. That's what you need, okay, when you're using Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, because it uses a lot more battery than just plugging it in. Anyway, so I've been driving this car for a bit. So far, I love it. It is sick. I've been messing around with the menus. The comfort of it is really good for stock suspension. I think it's pretty decent. I definitely think we can make some improvements because obviously these are stock wheels and tires. So when you put ATs on it, you're gonna have more stiffer sidewalls. So there is room for comfort. But anyway, so far, this car's nuts. It's fast, it's smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable. I'm amazed with it. So let's see how we go for the next 48 hours. Let's go. All right, so I just got home and I think we're at 38%. Let's have a look. 37% charge on the battery. It's got a nice little light here, as you can see. The charger is on the right hand side and the petrol is on the left. Swipe my little card. It should go green and start doing the little dance. All right, so that's charging. So at the moment it's charging at 6 kilowatts. Okay, I've got a 7 kilowatt charger and it's charging at 6 kilowatts and it says 3 hours. I'll leave this on for a few minutes and then I'll see what it comes down to. Okay, this has been connected for about 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and it's 5.6 kilowatts it's charging at. 38% state of charge, and you're looking at 3 hours and 28 minutes to charge it, okay, from your home DC charger. I am very, very, very impressed with this car. I cannot explain to you how impressed I am with it. It literally does not understeer in the wet. You can come into corners, you can turn, come out of roundabouts, accelerate. Everything is just very linear. Like, so the split ratio between the front and rear is perfect, because normally, like when you do a 50-50 split or a 60-40 split, when you accelerate out of corners and stuff like that, it sort of understeers and yeah, it plows through corners. This thing, it's like it's on rails. Literally, it's been raining all afternoon. I've been driving it everywhere, and it is an amazing car to drive. The BYD Shark is sick. So we're gonna have to do some tow testing on it. Obviously, for a lot of customers want to know about towing, but so far it is nuts. So stay tuned. Good morning. Okay, so I'm gonna take my family out and we're gonna head to the Gold Coast in the new BYD Shark. But before we go, I've got a newborn, right? So she's still in a capsule. Let's see how much room there is between the front and back, which is gonna be an interesting test. And the top tether point was pretty easy to access. You've got this lever over here, you've got to undo, and then you've got your top tether there. Okay, so we've strapped it on. Okay, so now we're gonna install the Maxi Cozy. The top tether points here. We've got ISOFIX points in this vehicle, which is really handy, okay, because this Maxi Cozy is designed to go with an ISOFIX point. I've extended the ISOFIX. We've got a little label there and it's on the left of it. So we're just gonna click that in, as easy as that. Get this side, click this in, easy as that. Pull your strap down. The most interesting part is gonna be see how much room between the front and rear seat, which is gonna be interesting in a ute. A lot of utes don't have much room for a baby capsule in the back. I would say this is a very comfortable position for me where I've just moved it to. Let's hope it fits. Okay, so this is the capsule. Let's see if it fits. Nope. She does. Oh, she does. It's a bit snug, look at that. It's a bit snug, but that's like a really comfortable position for me. So I reckon if you just pull it forward about probably 20, 30 mil, which I just did, now it's got room. So I'll jump in the front and let's see how uncomfortable or comfortable I am after this. So then you put your, obviously your top tether point in, but that's all secured in there. Let's go in the front, have a look. All right, let's jump in and see it. I'm 5'9". That's really comfortable. Like sometimes I find in some cars when you get in, especially sedans, it's a bit of a pain in the ass because your feet feel like really high up. But this, I actually could do a fair distance in this without feeling uncomfortable. So that's really good. That's like, I've still got knee room between me and the dashboard. Yeah, like it's really comfy. I'm not in a ridiculously squashed position with my knees up like this or anything. You know, like I'm relaxed. The floor actually has a nice like angle, so it's like perfect for my feet to sit on. So yeah, if you're 5'9", I think it's perfect. 6 foot, you might start getting a little bit tight, but I think that's quite good. So let's get on the road, get out of here. So another thing is fuel consumption. How have we been doing? Okay, so I drive a little bit aggressive, definitely more enthusiastic than a lot of drivers on the road. As well, I've been taking, people that are interested in the car for a test drive to see what they think of it. Friends and family as well. So it hasn't been getting driven easy, but over the last, and this is also a test car from BYD. So Yeah, so it's 253 kilometers, and you're looking at an average of 8.1 liters per 100 over the last 253 kilometers with 9 kilowatt hours of battery used, which I think is pretty good. I'll have to do a calculation on that later, but yeah, so far it's not too bad. But then the average, fuel consumption is 13.2. You can see the cycle chart over here, but I'm going to reset it now and drive the car, over the next 100 Ks to see what sort of power figure we get. And I've been running it in HEV mode in sport majority of the time, so I'll put it in eco and let's see what we can do. Okay, we're on the way to the Gold Coast. It's pouring rain. It's been pissing down rain. The adaptive cruise control is working sick. Everything works good. Adaptive cruise control, stereo sounds wicked. They've done some updates on it. You can see here on the infotainment system. The original BYDs, when you had your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto up, it wouldn't have any of these menus down here, so you couldn't access your aircon controls. However, you've never really needed that because you've got your 3-finger swipe, which your BYD models also have the update where you can just 3-finger swipe and adjust your climate control features very fast, and easy. So you don't really need, I actually find this easier than having physical buttons. Way easier. Because physical buttons, you need to look for it. This you don't. You've got a massive screen, you just swipe wherever you want with 3 fingers and you're good to go. Anyway, so good job BYD for all this update that they've done. Really good job. 50 watt wireless charging's insane, love it. It's keeping my phone nice and charged. Head-up display is wicked. Let's have a look at the head-up display. So the head-up display, top left, you've got navigation, where we're going, bringing up from my Google Maps overlay. Bottom left, we've got 100 posted sign speed zone. And then next to it, you've got my set speed limit for cruise control, which I just changed it to 100 because we went to 100 zone. And then in the center there, you've got my actual speed limit, okay, which is following the car in front of me. Then on the right of that, you've got your lane centering because you've got my adaptive cruise control activated, okay, and cruise control is working, which is why that blue little symbol's going, which looks really cool. And then there's a car coming up on my right side, so you've got blind spot monitoring on your mirror, but you've also got it, as you can see, on that right-hand side. You just missed it. There it is again. So you'll see it on the left-hand side. That's another car left-hand side. So you've got blind spot monitoring on your mirrors and on the head-up display. So the head-up display is awesome. It's better than my Tank 500, and it's also better than my wife's BYD Seal. So they've updated it. It looks really good, really clear, and yeah, the only thing I've got to figure out now is my mate last night had the navigation for Google Maps up on this big cluster. Now, I don't know how to get it back up. For some reason, for the life of me, I can't figure out today how to put the Google Maps on this whole thing. It looks sick. Like on the Tank 500, you can also do Google Maps overlay on the cluster. However, it's just a square box in the middle with nothing else. On this, it showed the whole thing with Google Maps. It looked awesome. So I've got to figure that out. But so far, this car has been amazing. That's the driver focus monitoring system telling me to look at the road, which I am. Nah, I am. I'm looking at the cluster. So when you look at the cluster, it knows that you're looking at the cluster and it says, please pay attention, sir. So a very nice gentle warning, nothing intrusive at all. They've done a really good update with, fixing all the calibrations and making it so that it's not intrusive at all. So I really like it. The power delivery of this car is insane. It's been raining. I've been driving it out of roundabouts, planting my foot, coming out, seeing if it gets a little bit understeer or oversteer. No, it's neutral. It just literally point and shoot. On stock tires, it just goes. It's ridiculous. I haven't felt a ute do this yet. So, I mean, I've driven the Raptors. They're really nice, really fast. Hate the exhaust sound of them, but suspension in those things are insane. Suspension, this is really, babe, what do you think? Is it comfortable? So my wife thinks it's comfortable. It's not, I wouldn't say it's definitely not, it can be improved and we're gonna improve it. So it's coiled rear, so we're gonna definitely improve the suspension on this. We're gonna put our nitrogen kit on it and just see how comfortable we can get it, to see if I can get it to ride a little bit more like, less like a ute, less jittery. But I mean, by any means, it's not uncomfortable at all. I'm still, like, my back's not sore. We've just driven like 100K or whatever to get here. So really nice car, everything in it. The stereo system's awesome. You can hear the center channel because it's got the center speaker in the dashboard, which helps with your sound. So it sounds like the sound's coming from up here instead of down the bottom, which is really nice. Just everything just works in it. I don't know, it's just any reviewer that says, oh, it's okay, it's not bad, they're full of shit. I don't care what anyone says, I'm pretty brutally honest. I think all these legacy brands have got something to be worried about with this new ute. And I mean, once the Canon Alpha comes out, GWM are also doing some really good updates on the tank series, so their Tank 500s and your Alpha hybrids. There's a few calibration issues, but they're working on it, they're getting there. And that's the great thing about these Chinese brands. They all try and improve it, because most of them, it is all software updatable. So they are releasing updates to fix those issues, but on this BYD Shark, I don't think there's any updates so far, and I've been driving it, you know, a fair bit now. That needs to be done. It's an awesome car. So I just got to my mate's house. Mate, it's 11:15 and they're still asleep. I was like, get up and come have a look what I got outside. Get up, Luca, we're here to see the Shark. Sexy. Sexy, look at that. And guess what? We're gonna do a towing test with this caravan right here. So stay tuned. We're gonna be pulling this bad boy and see how we go with it. So this caravan is 2.2, fully loaded. So this is a 3-ton caravan, fully loaded. Okay, you can carry up to 3 ton all up. We're gonna do a test with it though, just to see. We're gonna load it up to around 2.2, just dry, and just see how it does pulling it. So there you go. Stay tuned for that. Sorry guys. As you can see here, even when you're driving and you brake, look at the brake lights, they come on this animation. It's nuts! Look at that! Oh my lord. And then you get this little cool blind spot monitoring on your left-hand side that comes up here, so you can see cars in your blind spot on your left-hand side, which is really handy. Let's see. Oh look, the blinker even comes up on here. There you go, so brake lights, blinkers, doors, mirrors, everything's animated. And then so if I pop the trunk, right, it'll show me the animation and it'll show me that the trunk is open. How cool is that? This is, mate, this is tech, and it's so responsive. Look at this, ready? Open all windows, boom. Like it's instant, literally instant. No, I want to close all windows. How cool is that? You can turn your DRLs from here too, so your daytime running lights are all on as well, which is really handy. It took me a while to find that. Good morning, it's Monday morning. I'm returning the car back to BYD. I think I've sold a few of these over the weekend that I've had it. It's insane. I knew the car would be good. Like, I knew it would be good, yeah? Because I got a BYD Seal Performance as well, and I mean, I've had a lot to do with the Chinese cars, but to be honest with you, I didn't think it would be this good. To sum it up, I couldn't fault anything with the car. The only thing that I find an issue, which you'll see right now, so see my arm on the ledge, right? When I fully extend the the steering wheel out and use the steering wheel reach, it puts my arm in a position so that I can clear this little mound here, and I'm sure you guys can see that in the camera, the little mound just there. So that little mound, right? It's a really nice design, I like it. It looks really cool and aesthetically pleasing. However, they should have made it about probably 50 mil at least shorter. If they had made it 50 mil shorter, when you're sitting like this with your arm on the windowsill and your one hand on the steering wheel, you won't hit it. So for me, it's fine. I can just clear it. Like if I move my arm around, I can touch it, but I'm not sitting on it. However, if you a shorter person with a shorter arm, you may hit that, and it may be a little bit annoying if this is your driving style, okay? If it's not your driving style, you probably won't have an issue with it. But for me, it's fine. Some other people, just check it. It might be annoying, but other than that, any gripes with the car, mate, it's insane. There's like, just go drive one. Honestly, go drive one, and you'll see what the hype is all about. It's it's insane. I can't wait to take it off road to see how capable or incapable it is. I'm not sure, so we will find out very shortly. But so far, the power in the thing is insane. It feels like I'm driving my wife's BYD Seal Performance, just jacked up and more manly. It handles brilliantly in the wet, coming out of corners. Mate, no understeer, no oversteer, just smooth, progressive. It just goes. It's awesome. So, what other things? Stereo is really good. There's some really quirky features in it, like you open the door on the animation on the infotainment system, you'll see the door open. You can actually wind down the windows on the infotainment system by like swiping down the windows. You can open the tailgate from the animation on the screen and press the button, and literally it will show you like the tub actually dropping. So say for instance, this is really handy, right? You know how sometimes you're like, shit, is my tailgate down? And you gotta jump out and go have a look. I've had that issues with owning a few utes. However, in this ute, you just look at the screen and it goes, oh yeah, my tub's down or it's up. It shows you. It's insane. You can like, it's just, the whole system in it is nuts. Like, yeah, it's a really nice car. I love it. The 50 watt wireless charging is amazing with my phone because my phone accepts 50 watt wireless charging. It's insane. I've been charging it at home. I still couldn't figure out how to get the maps up on the full screen. It was a bit of an issue, but I don't know how he did it and whether I was imagining things. My mate did it. I swear I've seen him do it. But anyway, someone might figure that out. I might figure it out when I get mine later this week. But apart from that, honestly, please go drive one. And we're going to be doing a tow test and off-road review on it. So let's see how it goes. As well as the aircon in the seats is really powerful. Like I had to turn it down to #1 because it's back and bottom. It's not only just bottom. Like my Tank 500 is just the bottom base. It's not actually the back. So that's a big difference, man. Like my back is freezing. Like literally, it's chilled. It's ridiculous. I have to turn it down. But like everything in the car is really good. Cruise control works. So yeah, I mean, everyone I've shown it is blown away. The size of the thing, it just looks really good on the road. It's got that real square edge look, so it looks really like proud and big. Like it's got a big proud chest on it. Thanks for watching. Hope the video wasn't too long. Just wanted to you know, put out there whether there was anything I could find wrong with it. If I had to nitpick, it would be that arm thing, and maybe when you do accelerate in with the hybrid HEV mode, you do feel a slight shudder. So the shudder, I think, is actually the engine firing up when you're accelerating and it's causing a shudder, because it doesn't seem to do it in EV mode only. It's a very small thing, and it's only when you're mashing the throttle, like from a launch, from a standstill. So like the amount of people that do that, 0. If you take off with 90% throttle, it doesn't do it. If you take up with 100 off the line, like launching it like you're racing a drag car, it does it. So other than that, there's no gripes with the car. I'm honestly just trying to think what annoys me about it. There's nothing. Other cars I've driven, there are certain things that are a bit annoying. So anyway, I'll stop going on, stop ranting. People will be complaining in the comments. Test drive's over. Thank you, BYD Brisbane 42 Valley. That was awesome. Really appreciate it. Come and buy a car from these guys if you want one. It's a nice dealership here. So peace out. Have a good one.